Hi, welcome to why are supplier relationships so important. So basically, it's not just distribution. It's not just your distribution partners. It's really engaging the manufacturer very often. Obviously, that's going to depend on size. Very often depends on size. Obviously, you're not going to take them into like a really small opportunity. But when you have a relative size opportunity, engaging with the manufacturer is actually a really, really good idea. Now, I know lots of people don't like taking the manufacturer in because very often these days they sell direct. However, you will find that it will help you more often than not. But you have got to cement that relationship with the manufacturer. Okay, so we'll talk about manufacturers first. So, one, they're going to give you an element of prestige. Okay, they're going to make you look like the lead. They're going to make you look like you're supported. It's not just some IT company that, you know, maybe we have or we haven't heard of, but we're not quite sure about. Okay, so that's going to assist you. Number two, prices. Okay, more often than not, you can get the manufacturer to give you preferential prices because you are the main lead. Okay, number three, you've also got to bear in mind that if you, sorry, I've got hair in my mouth. If you are not selling on price, which very often I'm not, okay, I'm selling on my capabilities of value. Okay, I'll go into those quite a lot in my training. Okay, so, but some additional price points from the manufacturer is certainly going to help. And obviously, usually I'm wrapping services around this, so it makes it much easier how to balance out my profit and that kind of thing. Now, they're going to make, so one, they're going to make you look like the lead. Okay, even though you are the lead, but they're going to give their presence, and that's going to make you look far better. It's going to make you look supported. They will give you preferential pricing usually. You need to really maintain that relationship with the manufacturer. Okay, so but also, particularly if you're doing an innovative tech, they're going to help you. They will help you deliver as well. Now, Disty, let's get to Disty. So when I first started learning IT, I actually used to learn a lot from the Disty. I would get myself a really good, knowledgeable account manager. Okay, and that is absolutely key. One of my last account managers that's kind of notable would be able to get me switches and all different parts that we couldn't get during COVID. Like literally nobody had them, and he would be able to magically source them somehow, and which, you know, we're talking next day delivery. So, you know, even things that would normally in normal time be a custom build, he was managing to get me like next day if I was willing to pick it up. Okay, so when you're on sensitive timelines, you really have to get yourself a disty that tells you the truth. Okay, that isn't kind of fighting. Sometimes you'll get that scenario within disty, and what you really need is someone who's really knowledgeable about what they do, because then you don't need to know all those small parts. Okay, we can't know everything about everything all of the time. So, and that they will get you a fast and reliable delivery. Okay, now we don't actually mind telling anyone who that disty was, if you want to know, but obviously all of the stuff to do with suppliers, how to maintain that supplier relationship, is in all of my sales courses. I'm only doing 4 a month at the minute, and then I do coaching 6 till 8. So of an evening, unless you want to specifically another time, and I'm sure I can fit something in. But that's why you really, really need to get a really, really good supplier relationship. So 1, your delivery. 2, they're helping you sell it. Obviously, Disty can't help you sell, generally as a rule, but on decent size deals, then your manufacturer certainly can. Now, obviously, you need to work out in your own mind what you think is a reasonable size deal. But certainly what I would say is once you start building that relationship with the manufacturers, then life does become a lot easier from a sales point of view, and they know you, you know them, everything runs far smoother. And particularly if you're looking at having bids and calling off stock, then that's definitely the way to go. Sometimes it's better to not try and meet a price, okay? Sometimes it's better to get the overall, what that may be over X amount of years, get those on a bid and call them off, okay? Because this is how some of your big partners are managing to beat people on prices. It's not always, because sometimes they're just initially relying on the kickbacks, but quite often they've got these things on a bid and they call that stock off. Now obviously if you're calling stock off, the stock is already there, okay? So this is just how to make everything really simple. You're not disappointing your customer. You're not continually ringing them going, oh, I'm sorry. I was told this. So really, it just helps you manage the whole process, okay? Now, so I'm doing 4 sales training a month, and then I'm doing coaching 6 to 8 in the evenings usually. So while I'm sort of getting my booking system organised, it's to organise the 2 different forms. So it can be a bit tricky when you're using different times for different products. So I'm just getting that finalised. If you want any of those, give me a shout. Okay, bye.